this webinar and we talk about the agenda that we have today, which is studying abroad after 12th for your undergrads. There are some basic announcements, like Anubhav sir said, and thank you, Arushi, for that. So we would really appreciate if you can keep your videos in an on mode. Though this is a virtual seminar, but as speaker, it always motivates us if we can look through these screens and into your eyes and get that motivation while we are presenting, because this is some hard facts and good data that we are going to present and talk about. So if possible, if your bandwidth and environment permits, if you can put on your videos, it will help us. All the audio settings are at an optimal level from our side. Please make sure that you adjust the audio volumes as per your requirement, and that suits you. You can do that. We will strongly advise that you keep the video mode in the speaker mode. So how do you do that? On your screen, right-hand top corner, you see a button called View if you're connecting from desktop, laptop, or maybe an iPad or something. Then there's something called as View as in speaker mode. So you go to View button and select the speaker mode. That will help you focus on the speaker solely, and you will not be distracted by any other participants moving in now or anything else. Keeping a pen and a copy is a good idea, because we'll share a lot of contact numbers in case you want one-on-one counselings, you want to write to us about your specific queries, some feedbacks, and also there'll be a lot of timelines and data that we'll share with you, so you may want to write it down. We will share the entire presentation with you in case you are interested. We'll share a number where you will have to send a hi, और उसके बाद हम आपको उस पे ये webinar खत्म होने के बाद we'll share the PDF of whatever we have presented today as your personal copy, which you may want to refer later. So that's about it. I think we are good to go now, and I see that people have joined in. So let me hand it over to Anubhav sir to take it forward from here. Sir.
Thank you, Manish ji. So, I just got out from a common cold, तो मैं थोड़ा सा heavy sound करूँगा, but pardon me for that. So let me now start with my presentation, and this is how my presentation would look like. I would be on a shared screen. Are you all able to see this? Okay. Yes, so yes. Thank you. अब मेरी आप सब लोगों से, it's a small group which I see over here. I don't see a lot of मतलब बहुत छोटा सा group है, about 15 participants. So I would again request all of you कि if you could put on your videos, जैसे आरुषि ने किया, तो मेरे को आरुषि सामने दिखती है, तो मेरे को मालूम पड़ता है जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो आरुषि को सुनाई दे रहा है और उसको समझ आ रहा है. तो as a teacher, जैसे हम लोग we are primarily teachers in the classrooms, तो जब सामने कोई बैठा है और वो रिस्पॉन्ड करता है तो ज्यादा अच्छी तरह से मैं बोल पाता हूँ. ये पहले वेबिनार्स हम जो करते थे, ये वेबिनार्स हम एक IMEI हॉल में करते थे, तो वहां पे तो पर्सन लोग बाग आते थे और वो बोलने में, लेकिन उसके अपने इनएफिशिएंसीज थी. ऑन अ संडे मॉर्निंग अपने घर से निकल के वहां आना और वो सब करना, उसमें एक टाइम लगता था. बट दीज वेबिनार्स आर वेरी इफेक्टिव. इनमें टाइम नहीं लगता है, आप अपने घर के कन्वीनियंस से ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन लिसन टू दीज वंडरफुल करियर ऑप्शंस व्हिच यूनिवर्सल ट्यूटोरियल्स प्रोवाइड्स. सो आई वुड once again रिक्वेस्ट, लेकिन वेबिनार के ये डिसएडवांटेज है कि लोग बाग वर्चुअल रहते हैं, तो मैं ब्लैक स्क्रीन से बात करता हूं, लेकिन फिर भी पीपल लाइक शरद, आई हैव एंड आरुषि जिनसे मैं बात कर पाऊंगा. चलें आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब let's get started. So what is this concept of these events? What is these events? ये हमारा एक अब कंप्लीट पूरे साल भर का इवेंट बन गया है. These are value added lectures and workshops which we conduct. Myself and Manish sir, every Sunday, almost every Sunday or at least 2 Sundays in a month, हम लोग किसी ना किसी टॉपिक पे बच्चों से उनको करियर ऑप्शंस के बारे में बात कर रहे होते हैं. आज जैसे हम लोग अभी 2 कर रहे हैं. टुडे मॉर्निंग 11:30 we are doing study abroad and 4:30 we are doing management IPM का वेबिनार कर रहे हैं. तो these are career options which are available to students of standard 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. तो ये बहुत अच्छे होते हैं जिधर आपको मालूम पड़ता है कि आप आगे जिंदगी में क्या कर सकते हैं. This is primarily to promote awareness. It helps you to take informed decisions. कि आपने सही टाइम पे सही चीज चुनी, तो फिर यू डू नॉट हैव एनी रिग्रेट्स. दिस ऑलरेडी 3 महीने निकल चुके हैं, जनवरी, फरवरी और अब मार्च के महीने में है, तो 6 कर चुके हैं. दिस इज 6th इन द सीरीज एंड टुडे वी आर हैंडलिंग स्टडी अब्रॉड टॉपिक. अब जो ये स्टडी अब्रॉड टॉपिक है, स्टडी अब्रॉड इज अ वेरी कमिंग अप वेबिनार्स, मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया. स्टडी अब्रॉड जो टॉपिक है ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा वो है. तो इसमें मैं क्या बात करने वाला हूं, आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट वेरी क्विकली अबाउट यूनिवर्सल ट्यूटोरियल्स. मैं 2 मिनट बात करूंगा एंड देन आई विल बी शेयरिंग एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ यूटी स्टूडेंट्स जो स्टडी अब्रॉड ऑलरेडी कर रहे हैं, बाहर जो पढ़ रहे हैं उन बच्चों का. स्टडी अब्रॉड आई विल से एन ऑप्शन वर्थ कंसिडरिंग. इसको आप कैसे प्लान बी बना सकते हो वो मेरे कलीग मनीष आपको समझाएंगे. एंड देन वी विल गिव यू यूटी प्रोग्राम ऑप्शंस एंड देन फाइनली वी बोथ विल बी अवेलेबल फॉर क्वेश्चन आंसर्स. तो ये प्रेजेंटेशन करीब 40 मिनट्स की चलेगी. चूंकि हम दोनों जन ही इन्वॉल्व है बोलने में, तो अगर आपको चैट में हमको लिख के दोगे तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिस्पॉन्ड ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम. बट आफ्टर द प्रेजेंटेशन आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके डायरेक्टली हमसे one-on-one questions पूछिए and we'll be able to help you directly. Thank you, Mr. Brijesh, for putting on your video. So let's move in forward about universal tutorials. About universal tutorials, well, universal tutorials was established almost now 24 years back. Since that time, we have coached upwards of 35,000 students. So इतने बच्चों की हमने जिंदगियां शेप करी हैं. And we are spread across 6 branch locations in Navi Mumbai, right from Airoli, Koparkherne, Vashi, Sanpada, Nerul, Kharghar. We are spread across 6 locations. And we coach in 3 broad areas. One is we are the leaders in board exams, CBSE and ICSE. Then we coach for Indian exams. Indian exams are IIT, NEET, IPM, CA Foundation. ये सारे इंडियन एग्जाम्स के लिए हम कोच करते हैं. एंड देन स्टडी अब्रॉड. स्टडी अब्रॉड में वी डू व्हाट स्टडी अब्रॉड इज व्हाट वी डू इज वी हैव 2 core exams. We train for SAT and we train for GRE. And we also train for English exams like TOEFL and IELTS. TOEFL is test of English as a foreign language and IELTS is International English Language Testing Service. And we also provide application support. Application support would mean LOR. LOR means letter of recommendations and help you in writing essays, statement of purpose. SOP stands for statement of purpose. So ये सब काम हम as UT करते हैं. We train you also for exams and we help you to apply to universities also. Now, very quickly before I move into the presentation, let me take a quick poll of the audience. तो आपको इधर कुछ नहीं बोलना है, एक पोल आएगा आपकी स्क्रीन पे, तब आपको पोल दबाना है कि आपको आप स्टैंडर्ड 9th-10th में हो या स्टैंडर्ड 11th में हो या स्टैंडर्ड 12th में हो या बियॉन्ड 12th हो. तो निलेश, who is initiating?
I'll help. Yes, I'll help.
Please initiate the poll.
Yeah, poll is on.
स्क्रीन पे ये पोल आया है, आप उसमें से आपके लिए जो है वो वाला ऑप्शन पिक करें. नीलेश बताइएगा कब खत्म हो गया तो फिर रिजल्ट भी डिस्प्ले कर दीजिएगा.
Yeah, well finished. Actually, nobody has voted, sir.
हाँ,
Nobody has voted.
अरे प्लीज वोट. आपके स्क्रीन पे एक वो आया होगा, प्लीज वोट इन दैट. हाँ, कर दिया. थैंक यू. So, you know, as the case is, I think absolutely right audience. We've got 9, 10, 38%, students who are presently in 11, 38%, and students who are presently in 12, 23%. So this is where the entire presentation is focused for. So we will be helping you and आपको एकदम focused content मिलेगा. So hang on to this. So now I will, जैसे मैंने agenda में बोला था, I have this small testimonial. Please listen to what our students who have gone through this are saying about universal tutorials.
Hello everyone, my name is Maheksha and I will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst from this fall 2022. I have been with TUT since the past 4 years and I have always admired the structured approach they take towards all the programs that they offer. The study abroad program is no exception. Anubhav sir and Mani sir guided us personally through the various steps of applying to the US, from giving the SAT to selecting the universities that match my profile. This wouldn't have been possible without Anubhav sir and his team.
I'm Pradeep Mahakud, father of Arnav Mahakud, who has been a student of Universal Tutoring under the guidance of Anubhav sir. And I'm very happy and to say here something. My son has got an admit UW Madison undergraduate program in computer science major.
So we are parents of Ashwin Deshpande. So we were quite reluctant about allowing Ashwin to go and study abroad, and we looked at SAT only as a means of getting into BITS because his elder brother was there. And from there to today, where Ashwin is enthusiastic about going to Purdue and we have embraced the concept that he'll be there, has been a long journey, but UT has held our hand at every step of the way. Now they have guided us, they have given us all the information required and more, but allowed us to make our own decision.
No, I think it's a very professional team, but a very important personal touch. So everything they have all the information, but they take into account the child's and the family's needs. So I think it's very exclusive and it's very individual.
Hello, this is Professor Mangesh Mohan. I'm working as a principal in Padre Bandra. It's a polytechnic college. The thought of study abroad came to my mind in the month of August, September. We were very much serious about getting into any of the NITs, not JW, not IITs. But then he changed my thought process, provoking me to go for study abroad, and he informed me about the kind of universities and the kind of education system, let's say what US has got. So when I asked my wife, that time we were a bit skeptical earlier. But then when I asked Gaurang, what is your choice? That time he said, I want to give it a try. And I told him, I can take a risk of, 2 lakh rupees, where I will spend some money for training purpose. And then at the same time, I made him understand that he has to concentrate both on JEE as well as this SAT. He got the admit from Arizona State University with a scholarship. We thank UT for giving this opportunity for my son to go to one of the finest university in the US. Thank you, UT.
So that is what you've heard about various students who went abroad and what is that they have to say. Now let me continue with the heart of the presentation, and I will now be talking about कि अगर आपको study abroad करना है, तो you will probably have these kinds of questions. कि when, how, what, where. So I will answer these questions. Then the next question would be जैसे गौरान के father ने बोला था या किसी one more parent had said, can it be made a plan B? कि साथ में Indian studies के साथ study abroad, can it become a plan B? So we'll explain you yes how it can be. And then जो main question रहता है सबका कि total cost कितनी आएगी. So hang on to all of this is coming in the presentation. Let's try to answer one by one these questions. So the 4 questions which I will try to answer: when, how, what, where. Let's start with the first question, when. When you could go abroad after standard 12th for your graduation, or you could go abroad after masters. There are 2 ways of going abroad. Either आप for graduation BSc, BC engineering करने के लिए बाहर जा सकते हो after standard 12, या basic graduation India से करो और masters करने बाहर जा सकते हो. Now, if you'll see, traditionally Indian students have chosen the second option. Like when I was your age, I am आपसे बच्चों से एक generation बड़ा हूँ, तो in 90s when I was your age, I decided the second option. But now there is a trend shift. I went abroad for my masters, but now there is a huge trend shift. What is that trend shift? There is more awareness. Prosperity has risen among Indians. Abroad studies have become more affordable. So today we'll be focusing on the first option, and what is that first option we'll be focusing on is on after standard 12th. कि आपको standard 12th के बाद जाना है, तो when we've decided that we are going after standard 12th पे ये presentation है और हमने audience poll लिया है, all of you are looking also for that focus only. So अब the next question, how do we do that? कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो how के दो रास्ते हैं. One is the non-merit route and the other is the merit route. Non-merit route, you could pay and get admission. Merit route is with merit. तो ये क्या है? Let's try to understand the non-merit. Non-merit route is a whole basket of universities over there in abroad. सिर्फ बोलने के लिए कि मैं लंदन से पढ़ के आया, मैं यूएस से पढ़ के आया. If you realize नवी मुंबई में भी अब people who are staying in and around Bombay, in and around Navi Mumbai, there are about 15 engineering colleges. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है? They could be low or high cost. कुछ भी cost हो सकती है, उनकी फीस ज्यादा भी हो सकती है, कम भी हो सकती है. They do not really require good academics. उनका modus operandi क्या है? Modus operandi is there are commission agents all over the place. आपको अगर उनमें admission चाहिए, जूहू पे there is this hotel by name JW Marriott, उसके ground floor पे permanently ये university वालों के tables लगी हुई. आप you go with a check and you can get admission. You can pay and get admissions. So we are not talking about the non-merit. So इधर आपको you will get a study abroad stamp मिलेगा, लेकिन placements आपको अपने आप manage करना पड़ेगा. But the merit route क्या है? Merit route is highly ranked universities, जहां पे scholarships भी available होंगी, and they could be either low or high cost. Scholarships may be available. You need good academics. You need to appear for an exam, and you need to apply to these universities, and then you get admission. End result is you get good placements. Example, people who have gone like Sundar Pichai, he went through this merit route, and this is what we are talking about. तो अब अगर merit route के through जाना है, तो जो merit route is what we are talking about. So we've now answered questions when after standard 12. Second, how through the merit route. So merit route में कैसे कर सकते हैं? If we try to understand merit route India में, before I go on to explain you study abroad, let me contrast it with Indian conditions. India में अगर मेरे को merit route के through admission लेना है, तो India में क्या होता है? There are multiple exams for different streams. मतलब जो इंडिया में बच्चे हैं स्टैंडर्ड 10th के बाद वो डिसाइड करते हैं कि उनको इंजीनियरिंग जाना है तो दे हैव टू राइट फॉर जेडब्ल्यू एग्जाम. अगर उनको मेडिकल जाना है तो दे हैव टू राइट नीट एग्जाम. अगर उनको लॉ करना है तो क्लैट का एग्जाम लिखना है. आर्किटेक्चर करना है तो नाटा का एग्जाम. मेरा कहने का क्या मतलब है? आई एम ट्राइंग टू से दैट इंडिया में दे हैव टू डिसाइड व्हिच स्ट्रीम दे वांट टू गो आफ्टर स्टैंडर्ड 10. एंड जो उन्होंने स्ट्रीम डिसाइड करी उसकी फिर 2 साल तैयारी करी. 2 साल तैयारी करने के बाद 12th के एग्जाम के बाद उसका वो एग्जाम होगा, एंड देन दे विल बी एबल टू परस्यू दैट स्ट्रीम. एंड दीज एग्जाम्स आर डिफरेंट फॉर डिफरेंट स्ट्रीम्स. दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस इन इंडिया. अब्रॉड कैसा है? अब्रॉड ऐसा नहीं है. अब्रॉड देयर इज अ सिंगल एग्जाम एंड दैट एग्जाम का नाम है SAT. बट ये SAT एग्जाम आप कब लिख सकते हो? ये आपको 12th के बाद नहीं लिखना है, ये 12th के पहले ही लिखना है. इनफैक्ट पूरा प्रोसेस 12th के पहले खत्म हो जाता है. 12th के बाद प्रोसेस चालू नहीं होता है, 12th के बाद प्रोसेस खत्म हो जाता है. 12th के पहले ही खत्म हो जाता है. तो व्हाट इज दिस SAT एग्जाम? सो इट्स वन एग्जाम फॉर ऑल स्ट्रीम्स दैट हैज टू बी टेकन बिफोर द 12th एग्जाम्स. व्हाट इज दिस एग्जाम? This exam का नाम है SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test. Students all over the world can write this exam, and now I'll invite my colleague Manish to take it forward from here to explain you what is this exam, Scholastic all over. So I'll stop sharing and sir will share it from his PC.
Right, thank you so much, Anubhav sir, for bringing us to this point. Now let me take you to the next part of this presentation, and I hope this is visible in the presentation mode now. Is this Arushi? Okay. Right. So we go to the next section, and let me pick it from where Sir left. And we are talking about what is this exam which you need to write in your school days so that you are in a position to apply to foreign universities, especially in US and Canada and some Indian universities and New Zealand, Singapore. So this exam is called Scholastic Aptitude Test. तो मैं आपको इसके बारे में कुछ बताता हूँ. Now about this exam is conducted by a foreign body called College Board. ये College Board not for profit body है, US body है, जो SAT एग्जाम को कंडक्ट करती है, स्कॉलिस्टिक एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट को कंडक्ट करती है. This is one exam that is required for almost all the undergrad courses that you want to do from foreign universities or wish to do from foreign universities after 12th. So this is one exam which is highly recommended. Accepted worldwide across boundaries, so US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, even some Indian universities like Shiv Nadar and Ashoka and Kreya and the Mahindra, MET, SP Jain. And also if you are a category student where, you know, DASA category jisko bolte hain, where you could be an Indian residing abroad, and if your child wants to do some engineering courses from Indian engineering institutes, jaise NITs, SAT is acceptable. So SAT is one exam which is required for many undergrad courses if you are planning to do your studies from abroad, including India. SAT is conducted 6 times a year. साल में 6 बार होती है SAT. In the month of May, June, August, October, December and March. Now, as I speak to you, आज 26th March है. अभी मार्च वाला SAT होके खत्म हुआ है on 11th March, and last day, that is yesterday, Friday, we got result for March SAT. And let me tell you, we have got phenomenal result, वो हम आगे भी share करेंगे, but specifically to March SATs के results आते जाते हैं region wise. We have got student who has scored 1570. There are many students above 1500. तो ये scores के क्या मतलब है मैं आपको और बताता हूँ. But SAT is conducted multiple times a year. It is conducted 6 times. You can write it as many times as you want to. Every time you write this exam, you will have to pay $109 fee for writing this exam. Scores that you get on SAT, these scores are valid for 5 years. So if you write it multiple times, you can report your best score, and your best score is considered. So that is one big advantage, and the global average is more than 2 attempts for SAT. तो बच्चे इसको 2 बार तो मिनिमम लिखते ही हैं, and the best score जो आपको आया है, that score is reported to university. So this is one big advantage. More about this, SAT has gone digital. ये पहले पेंसिल पेपर बेस्ड होता था लास्ट ईयर तक. फर्स्ट टाइम इस बार मार्च में जो SAT हुआ है, इस साल का जो पहला SAT था, that took place in a digital fashion. कंप्यूटर बेस्ड टेस्ट हो गया है SAT, so we call it digital SAT. क्या है इस एग्जाम के अंदर? There are 2 sections. The first section is called English Reading and Writing, commonly referred as RW. ये English का section है, verbal section है, where your reading and writing skills are checked. The second section is a math section, and it is called math on the SAT paper. Overall, if you look at the duration for the test would be something like 2 hours plus few minutes. You also get break between the sessions. तो कुछ 2 घंटे 10 मिनट 2 घंटे 15 मिनट का ये पूरा टेस्ट होता है, which is computer based. SAT will have 2 sections and each section will have 2 modules. तो इंग्लिश में 2 मॉड्यूल होंगे. सेक्शन 1 इंग्लिश होगा, मॉड्यूल 1 मॉड्यूल 2. मैथ सेक्शन 2 होगा, उसके अंदर फिर 2 मॉड्यूल्स होंगे, मॉड्यूल 1 मॉड्यूल 2. You don't have to carry calculator. Calculator on screen available रहता है throughout the math section. Your score will range from minimum 400 to maximum 1600. So this is a 1600 point test. This necessarily doesn't mean कि कोई 1600 questions है. Questions तो बहुत कम होंगे. For example, reading and writing will have in total 54 problems. Maths in total will have some 44 problems. तो questions तो कम होंगे. Scale, okay, your score would be out of 1600. तो जैसा मैंने बताया, we have a student who got 1570. Now 1570, if you really understand, is is a very good score. You are very close to the perfect score, and globally, you could be in top 1 percentile of the student or rather half percentile of the student. आप इतने वो top पे हो आप. It's a test with multiple choice questions. You get 4 options and you have to pick one right option. So एक right होगा, 4 में से आपको वो pick करना है. There is no negative marking. There is no penalty for making a guess, or there is no penalty for leaving the question blank. So there is no negative marking, and all this takes place on the computer device, on laptop or whatever you carry. So basically, this is one test where you are required to, ideally you can also request for, but you can ideally carry your own device, और वो device exam center पे जाके वहाँ के वाईफाई से connect होता है और फिर आप ये test देते हैं. So ये सब कैसे होता है? SAT is conducted through an app called Blue Book app. So this is a Blue Book app from College Board. ये ऐप आपको आपके लैपटॉप पे डिवाइस पे डाउनलोड करना होता है. Then this app would check the compatibility of the device. If it is compatible, then it is good to be taken to exam center and you can write test on this. Some of the important things, interesting things about SAT. So SAT is a test of maths and English. Like I said, maths all the way up till 10th standard का maths है, irrespective of which board you come from. CBSE, ICSE, State Board, 10th standard तक का maths आएगा. Largely, I'll say 96%. कुछ 3-4% very introductory higher maths आ सकता है of functions, कुछ basics in trigonometry, but not more than that. Complex number, but largely up till standard 10th. It can be prepared with a focused training. हम इसको 3-4 महीने में master कर सकते हैं. You can prepare on this exam or for this exam in 3 to 4 months time, which is like 16 to 18 weeks. It requires more conceptual understanding and application. Like I said, you could write it multiple times or score 5 साल के लिए valid है. What are other exams? तो अब बाहर जाना है, जैसा सर ने बताया, if you have to go through the merit route, you will have to write one SAT. What is the second requirement? The second requirement, guys, is IELTS or TOEFL, IELTS or TOEFL. ये क्या है? ये English competency के एग्जाम्स हैं. They are more of eligibility. आपको एक minimum score लाना है तो आप eligible हो जाओगे to apply to that university. इससे आपका एडमिशन या स्कॉलरशिप डिसाइड नहीं होगा, वो सब तो SAT डिसाइड कर रहा है. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing Systems, and TOEFL stands for Test of English as Foreign Language. So Indians are not considered as native English speakers. हम native English speakers नहीं हैं, तो हम लोगों को ये एक एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा. Irrespective of which country we are targeting, ये एग्जाम तो हमको एक लिखना पड़ेगा. These exams, both the exams, they are of computer-based nature. इनका CBT है. They happen almost daily, Monday to Friday, throughout the calendar. आप देखेंगे ये exams होते रहते हैं. Scores are valid for 2 years. SAT 5 साल के लिए valid था. IELTS या TOEFL दोनों में से एक एग्जाम लिखना है, कोई भी लिखो, 2 साल तक की वैलिडिटी है स्कोर की. Both exams have 4 sections: reading, writing, speaking and listening. ये चारों इंग्लिश के सेक्शंस होंगे और दोनों एग्जाम में ये चारों सेक्शन है. The difference lies in IELTS happens out of 9 point, single digit 9. 6.5 or above is considered a good score. TOEFL happens out of 120 points. 120 point का स्कोर टेस्ट है TOEFL. 90 or above is considered as a good score. Good score मतलब you become eligible to apply to most of the universities. TOEFL, we do 2 batches in a year, May and October, November. And IELTS, because this is more popular, every Monday we launch a batch for IELTS. तो US, Canada में TOEFL ज़्यादा accepted है, rather IELTS भी accepted है. IELTS globally, all countries it is acceptable. TOEFL US, Canada का target है तो TOEFL देना है. Medical education, I'll just give you a passing reference. Now, whatever we are talking today makes sense for any course that you can think of other than medicine. डॉक्टर के लिए आपको डॉक्टर बनने के लिए पढ़ाई करना है तो वो एक अलग बात होगा, बट अदर देन दैट इंजीनियरिंग, कॉमर्स, मैनेजमेंट, इकोनॉमिक्स, आईटी, इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम्स, आपको कुछ भी करना है, फिलॉसफी, ह्यूमैनिटीज, whatever we are speaking today makes sense. But if you want to do an MBBS, MD, medicine करना है आपको 12th के बाद, so for that there are two very reputed options, US and UK. But today may not be the right time to talk about this क्योंकि इसका path बहुत अलग है बाकी सारे courses, engineering, pure sciences, इन सबसे बहुत अलग है. For that we will request you that you take individual appointment with us and we'll be very happy to help you. Details हम आगे share करते हैं. So coming back, तो दो चीजें चाहिए थी, SAT चाहिए था, TOEFL और IELTS, ये दो चीजें हो गई. What are the other requirements if you are going through merit route and you want to study abroad? Requirement number 3, guys, academic records. What do I mean by academic records? All your grades from 9th standard onwards. इंडिया में शायद कोई नहीं पूछेगा 12th के बाद आपको दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ाई करनी है तो 9th 10th 11th कोई नहीं पूछेगा. आपको IIT करना है, मेडिकल करना है, 9th 10th 11th कोई नहीं पूछेगा. बाहर पढ़ने जाना है, 9th ग्रेड, 10th ग्रेड, 11th ग्रेड एंड 12th के मिड टर्म. जैसा सर ने बताया था कि मच बिफोर योर 12th एग्जाम आपको ये एप्लीकेशन लगाना है, इसलिए 12th के मिड टर्म ग्रेड, तो 4 ग्रेड्स लेंगे. दिस इज थर्ड मैंडेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट. ये जरूरी है, ये तीसरा है, SAT, TOEFL, एकेडमिक ग्रेड्स. आगे बढ़ते हैं. एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर्स, आउटसाइड क्लासरूम अगर आपके कुछ अचीवमेंट्स हैं दैट मेक यू स्टैंड आउट. दिस कुड बी डिबेट, आर्ट्स, रेसिटेशन, स्पोर्ट्स, एनीथिंग दैट यू वुड हैव डन अदर देन your school grades, this will make a lot of sense. So ये सब काउंट होगा. कम्युनिटी सर्विस, एनी NGO you have worked for, आपने कोई सोशल सर्विस की है, this also counts. Mandatory नहीं है एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर और कम्युनिटी सर्विस, अगर किया है तो आपको एक्स्ट्रा ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. स्कॉलस्टिक कॉम्पिटिशंस, टैलेंट सर्च एग्जाम, RMOs, IMOs, ये जितने ओलंपियाड्स होते हैं भारत सरकार के या स्टेट लेवल पे, ये जितने टैलेंट सर्च एग्जाम होते हैं, if you have participated in them and if you have got some rank, national level, state level, international level, that will also make difference. If you have done, good. If you have not done, no problems. मगर academic records तो चाहिए. Fourth mandatory requirement is letter of recommendation. Letter of recommendation coming from your school teachers, ideally 11th, 12th case subject teachers. They're writing, they're giving a statement upon your positives, negatives, strength. How would they rate you? वो क्यों recommend करते हैं? कोई स्टोरी है क्या उनके पास आपके बारे में बताने के लिए, and so on. So letter of recommendation from school teachers is a mandatory requirement. So it's very important that you maintain good rapport with your school teachers so they write good about you. Coming down to the application part. The fifth mandatory requirement is any university that you apply to in any of the foreign countries, they may and most probably they would ask you to write some essays. जो सर ने समझाया था, statement of purpose, personal essays, who you are, what you want to do, why you want to do, आपने क्या challenges face किए हैं, क्या achieve करना चाहते हो, बहुत सारी चीजें. So depending upon which university you are applying to, कुछ essays आपको लिखने पड़ेंगे about your interest and career goals. So I'll quickly summarize. 5 चीजें चाहिए. SAT चाहिए, TOEFL या IELTS चाहिए, स्कूल ग्रेड चाहिए, लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए और एसेस चाहिए. ये 5 चीजें मस्ट हैं. इसके अलावा जो भी आपके पास और है आपकी प्रोफाइल में, दैट इज आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड एंड विल हेल्प यू. नाउ लेट्स सी, कैन इट बी अ प्लान बी? क्या हम स्टडी अब्रॉड को प्लान बी बना सकते हैं? You know, the reason we have this slide is when we meet parents, हम इतने सालों से इसमें काम कर रहे हैं, हजारों बच्चों को हमने बाहर प्लेस किया है in good universities, top universities. We always get this question that, you know, they would want to consider study abroad as a plan B. पहले इंडिया में कुछ ट्राई करते हैं, यहाँ अगर अच्छा नहीं मिला तो कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे, then we will exercise study abroad option. So yes, study abroad can be made plan B. कई पेरेंट्स का ये प्लान ए भी हो सकता है, which is, I mean, good. But if you want to make it plan B, how does this work? Let me try and explain. तो इसको समझते हैं. हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी बहुत सिंपल है. वी आर सेइंग टेक दिस एग्जाम, स्टार्ट एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल विद SAT, एंड इफ पॉसिबल 10th में दे दो, नहीं तो 11th में दे दो, बट यू कैन राइट SAT whenever you want to, whenever you think you are ready, क्योंकि स्कोर 5 साल के लिए वैलिड है. तो बेसिकली SAT एग्जाम 11th में देके खत्म कर दो, 3-4 महीने की तैयारी, और SAT एग्जाम दिया और उसको खत्म किया, और फिर फोकस किया स्कूल पे. 11th 12th बोर्ड, इंडियन एग्जाम्स, IIT, NEET, CA फाउंडेशन, CLAT, जो भी करना है आपको, IPM, जो भी करना है, आपने उस पर फोकस किया. सो यू गेट मोर टाइम फॉर इंडियन एग्जाम्स एंड स्टडी अब्रॉड. एक स्कोर जो आपका आ जाएगा, जो हम एप्लीकेशन लगाएंगे, वो आपका बैकअप ऑप्शन. चलिए समझते हैं कैसे. लेट मी शेयर दैट. Now, since I see that there is nobody who has passed, अभी हमने जो सर्वे किया था वो आपसे वोटिंग पोलिंग किया था, there is no one in this group who has passed the 12th class. उसने अपना 12th पास कर लिया है, अभी बोर्ड एग्जाम खत्म किया है या करने वाले हैं और अब बाहर जाना है. In case if there is someone, will request that parent to stay till end. क्वेश्चन आंसर में तो आप बात कर ही सकते हैं, आप हमसे अलग से भी मिलिए, बिकॉज आपके लिए बहुत एक कस्टमाइज सॉल्यूशन करना पड़ेगा. जो रूटीन वे है, यू हैव मिस्ड दैट बस, सो आपके लिए अलग से हम बात करेंगे. लेट मी फर्स्ट एड्रेस स्टूडेंट्स हु आर इन देयर 12th standard currently. So I mean students who are moving from 11th to 12th, and if I remember correctly, close to 1/3 of the audience come from this group. So for you guys, we are suggesting SAT की तैयारी करो, और SAT आपके लिए 2 अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, वो 6 में से अगस्त, ये वाला अगस्त, और अक्टूबर, लेट से लेट ही अक्टूबर आपको SAT कंप्लीट करना है. TOEFL आप इसी साल के जून में दे दें. पीपल गोइंग फ्रॉम 11th to 12th, मैं उनसे बात कर रहा हूँ अभी. तो आपको इस तरह से SAT एग्जाम देना है. सो यू हैव टू अपीयर, रादर प्रिपेयर एंड देन अपीयर एंड देन गेट द स्कोर. Your application will start from this October. ये एप्लीकेशन लगने का समय है, एप्लीकेशन बनाना इससे और पहले चालू हो जाएगा. So you will start preparing your application possibly parallelly, and starting this October, you will start to apply and file your application with foreign universities. तो आपका अक्टूबर से दिसंबर जाएगा एप्लीकेशन फाइलिंग में. देखिए, इफ यू अप्रिशिएट द पॉइंट, आपने तैयारी किया 12th के स्टार्टिंग में और तैयारी करके स्कोर लेके बैठ गए. अब आपका बैंडविड्थ उस तैयारी में नहीं जा रहा है. यू कैन फोकस ऑन योर इंडियन एग्जाम्स एंड स्कूल स्टडीज. अब एप्लीकेशन में आप समय देंगे थोड़ा सा, अक्टूबर टू दिसंबर. Once you submit your application between October to December this year, you'll be getting your admits, and you start getting admits from these foreign universities from this December to coming March. Next March और ये December के बीच में आपको admits आने लग जाएंगे. Much before you are writing your board exam, admits आपके हाथ में. तो which means मार्च में आप, नेक्स्ट मार्च में ये बच्चे बोर्ड एग्जाम दे रहे होंगे, उसके पहले दे विल नो कि कौन सी फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी से एडमिट आया है. यू गेट ऑलमोस्ट 2 months टाइम टू फ्रीज की जो एडमिट्स आए हैं उसमें से आपको कहाँ ज्वाइन करना है. सो यू डिसाइड बाय May 24 कि आपको कहाँ जाना है. लेट्स से यू गेट 6 एडमिट्स. हमने 10 में अप्लाई किया, 6 में एडमिट आ गया. आउट ऑफ 6 वेयर इज दैट यू वांट टू गो, ये आपको May 24 में डिसाइड करना है. आफ्टर यू डिसाइड, June, July goes into visa, and August is your departure. Next August, you fly out to your admitted university to pursue your undergrad bachelor's course. ये है 11th से 12th में आए बच्चों के लिए टाइमलाइन. I hope you have understood this. मैं कुछ सेकंड इस पे रहता हूं क्योंकि बाकी वाली टाइमलाइंस में कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स कॉमन रहने वाले हैं, तो ये आप समझ लीजिए क्विकली. अगस्त अक्टूबर में SAT दे दो, जून तक TOEFL दे दो. एप्लीकेशन का काम पैरेलली चालू होगा. अक्टूबर से दिसंबर में एप्लीकेशन लगा देंगे. दिसंबर से आने वाले मार्च तक आपको आपके एडमिट्स आ जाएंगे. March 24 यू आर राइटिंग योर बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. डिसाइड बाय May विच यूनिवर्सिटी यू वांट टू ज्वाइन और यू डोंट वांट टू ज्वाइन. इंडिया में कुछ अच्छा हो गया है, आपको आपका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा लग रहा है, IIT मेंस में जनवरी में, अप्रैल में होगा, अब आपके अच्छे स्कोर्स आ गए हैं, तो आप मत एक्सरसाइज करो. नहीं, यहाँ बहुत बड़ा कॉम्प्रोमाइज होने वाला है, क्वालिटी यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेज नहीं मिलने वाले हैं. एक्सरसाइज योर ऑप्शन. May में डिसाइड कर लो, जून जुलाई वीजा एंड गो आउट. I come down to students who have written their 10th board exams right now. अब वो 11th में आ गए हैं, आ जाएंगे, मैटर ऑफ टाइम. तो अब आपका 11th चालू करने वाले हो. तो you guys, you have more time on your hand, and you can actually work with so many options. You can write SAT this August. तो हमारे साथ आप तैयारी चालू करें, अप्रैल में तैयारी चालू करो, इसी अगस्त को SAT लिख लो. You have so many second attempt options. आप अभी 11th में ही हो, अगस्त 23 में, अक्टूबर 23, दिसंबर 23, मार्च 24, मई 24. So पहला अटेम्प्ट, सेकंड अटेम्प्ट आप सब प्लान कर सकते हैं. टॉफल इसी साल नवंबर में दे दो या अगले साल जून तक दे देना. Because you are starting early, you are getting that advantage of not only multiple attempts but spacing it out. तो जैसे 11th में आओ, rather 11th से पहले इसी अप्रैल में हमारे साथ तैयारी चालू करो. अभी स्कूल की स्टडीज नहीं है, SAT की तैयारी चालू करके खत्म करके अगस्त में एक अच्छा स्कोर लेके बैठ जाओ. सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट जरूरी है तो हम दे देंगे, उसके लिए उतनी तैयारी नहीं चाहिए. तो बिफोर योर 11th पिक्स अप, you are done with your SAT. आपने एक काम खत्म कर लिया, one tick on your bucket list. Apply between September to December. Next year के September December, आप इस समय 12th में आ गए होंगे, you will be applying to foreign universities. इसी तरह से आपको एडमिट दिसंबर 24 से मार्च 25 के बीच में आएगा. आप बोर्ड एग्जाम लिखोगे मार्च 25 में, 12th का बोर्ड एग्जाम होगा ये. Similarly, you decide by May, go for your visa, June, July 25, and August, you depart. August 2025 में, you depart to the foreign universities. तो ये I think balance, I think 50 या 40% audience था इस webinar में, जिनके लिए this makes a lot of sense. So I hope I'm making sense here. Otherwise, we'll take some questions as we go ahead. Now, in case you are, ये भी I think 1/3 है आज की crowd में. Let's say in case you are in your 9th and you're moving to 10th. तो हम लोग थोड़ा सा जल्दी बात कर रहे हैं, मगर अच्छा है. These are various attempts. आप ये और बहुत सारे दूसरे attempts भी दे सकते हैं. Similar timeline, I'll just rush through. बाकी timelines आप देखेंगे same है, सिर्फ वो 11th वाले से एक साल बढ़ गया है, 24 को 25 से रिप्लेस कर दिया है, 25 को 26 से रिप्लेस कर दिया. आप बोर्ड एग्जाम मार्च 26 में लिखोगे, मई 26 में आप डिसाइड करोगे, 2026 में आपका वीजा होगा, एंड अगस्त 2026 you will go to start your higher studies. But more or less 9th going to 10th का ये timeline रहने वाला है. चलिए, तो I move ahead. Now the question is, हम CBSE से हैं तो कोई एडवांटेज है क्या, IB बोर्ड से है तो कोई एडवांटेज है क्या? Answer is no. There is no as such advantage or disadvantage, because SAT is one exam which is board independent. It is stream independent. You could be a humanities student, you could be a commerce plus maths wala student, you could be a pure science bio wala student. It doesn't make any difference because it's an aptitude test. ये कोई subject knowledge वाला test नहीं है. They want to check whether are you ready for college education, वो readiness है कि नहीं, and SAT checks that. It is stream independent. You could, जैसा भी हम बता रहे थे, आप 10th में दे सकते हैं, हमारे कुछ बच्चे 10th में दे देते हैं पहला attempt, so you could write in 11th, 12th whenever you want. Coming now to how we can help you now. हम आपको कैसे help कर सकते हैं? So we have two kinds of program. Now, guys, if you are in your 9th and 10th right now, I think 1/3 of the audience today is, we can help you with SAT Foundation program. तो SAT का एक फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम करेंगे, उसकी बेसिक स्किल्स अभी अक्वायर करेंगे, मेन प्रोग्राम 11th 12th में करेंगे. तो 9th 10th में वी कैन वर्क ऑन प्रोफाइल एंड SAT. मैंने आपको बताया था 5 चीजें चाहिए, सिर्फ SAT स्कोर नहीं, सिर्फ कॉलेज ग्रेड नहीं, आपकी पूरी प्रोफाइल, अचीवमेंट्स, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर्स, तो वो सब पे काम किया जा सकता है. अगर आप 9th 10th में हैं, वी कैन हेल्प यू विद दीज 2 मॉड्यूल्स, हेल्प यू बिल्ड योर प्रोफाइल, हेल्प यू विद foundation basic level skills for SAT. In case you are in your 11th or 12th standard right now, we can help you with the entire training spectrum. We help you with SAT, we help you with TOEFL, IELTS, हम आपको पूरा ट्रेनिंग दे सकते हैं. And then equally important part, application. हजारों यूनिवर्सिटी है, US alone has 4,000 universities. तो which ones to apply, क्या बजट होगा, क्लाइमेट क्या है, कौन सा मेजर मिलेगा, all these things we can help you with under the application support. So we help you with profile building, shortlisting of university, filing of application, before filing, creating the application, ऐसे लिखना, LOR लिखना, तो ये सारा काम हम आपको application में help करेंगे. तो मेरा foundation program जो है, this starts from, in case you are in your 9th and 10th, and if you are a UT student, यू विल हैव टू राइट अ बूस्टर स्क्रीनर, एक एग्जाम होगा और उसके बेसिस पे हम आपको इसमें सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं। ये अप्रैल में बैच चालू होगा फाउंडेशन का। SAT we do rolling batches, we do 5 batches in a year. As I speak to you, I am talking for the April batch which is coming up. 4 hours per week का engagement है, हफ्ते में 2 दिन 2-2 घंटे की क्लास, so 4 hours per week. 16 to 18 weeks ये ट्रेनिंग चलेगा with mock test and the batch starts from 16th April. 16th April is a Sunday, first class is on. 16th April हमारी क्लास उस दिन चालू हो रही है। एप्लीकेशन सपोर्ट में हम क्या करेंगे, हम आपकी प्रोफाइल बिल्डिंग करेंगे, आपके प्रोफाइल को मैप करेंगे, उससे यूनिवर्सिटी शॉर्टलिस्टिंग करेंगे बेस्ड ऑन वेरियस पैरामीटर्स जो सर अभी बताएंगे, कॉस्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड चॉइस ऑफ सिटी एंड ऑल दैट। सो विल हेल्प यू विद दैट। विल हेल्प यू विद LOR राइटिंग। टीचर्स नहीं लिखते हैं, वो आपको बोलते हैं लिख के ले आओ, ज्यादातर टीचर्स, तो हम वो लिखते हैं। एसेज लिखना, all that, creating the application, putting all documents at one place and finally applying to university. So we'll help you with all of this. So the application support चलता कैसे है? It is very important for me to take you through this. ये जो मैं आपको अब दिखाने जा रहा हूँ, जितना important SAT के लिए तैयार करना है और स्कोर लाना है, उतना ही important application करना है. It is not unlike India, it is not like India rather, जहाँ पे you will see that एक ऑल इंडिया रैंक आ गया और काउंसलिंग के लिए बुला दिया और बोल दिया ये सीट्स खाली हैं, पिक एंड चूज, फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व. इन फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज यू विल हैव टू फाइल योर एप्लीकेशन. तो एप्लीकेशन बनाने के लिए दिस इज द मॉडल दैट वी फॉलो. आवर मॉडल इज वेरी सिंपल, वेयर वी हैव स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक मॉडल. स्टूडेंट इज एट द सेंटर एंड देयर आर 3 इंपॉर्टेंट रिसोर्स वर्किंग विद दिस स्टूडेंट. वो कौन है? एक मेंटोर है. Mentor is the person who is helping student make a profile, map that profile for university selection and create an application strategy. कौन सी university में कब apply करना है. The second person is the content expert, a professor who understands writing requirements for a given university. क्या लिखना है, कैसे लिखना है, क्या साउंड होना चाहिए उसमें so that it impresses the admission committee of that university. So all your writing requirement is done by content expert. And then there is a coordinator who is basically looking into all your documents, deadlines, filing of applications, सब सही तरीके से सही समय पे फाइल हो जाए, a coordinator. So these 3 resource persons work one-on-one basis, give you comprehensive, complete support to file your application so that you achieve success with your university application. All our classes for SAT and TUT would be online. हम Zoom पे करेंगे. Plus there is a physical classroom option, UT Kharghar, जहाँ पे आप ये program classroom में भी कर सकते हैं. So you have 2 options. You can go for SAT classroom or you could do SAT online. Both options are available. Testing again available on the online and physical option, but online makes more sense क्योंकि ultimately आपको टेस्ट तो digitally ही देना है. Faculty team, so fairly experienced faculty, Anubhav sir, myself, Manish Saraf, Mrs. Bhattacharya, Paliwal Saab. So there are a lot of faculty. Between 4 of us, we would carry more than 100 years of experience training students under various competitive exams, especially SAT, GRE, CAT, IPM and so on. Some of our top results. तो अभी तक हमने कैसा रिजल्ट किया है? Now this is one top result of Navi Mumbai, where we have the student Kavya Jairaman getting into an Ivy League. Ivy League दुनिया के उन टॉप 8 कॉलेजेस को बोला जाता है जो किसी भी रैंकिंग को उठा के देख लीजिए, वो 1 से 8 प्लेसेस ऑक्यूपाई करते हैं. दुनिया के टॉप 8 कॉलेजेस. आप फाइनेंशियल साइंस उठाएं, आप QS रैंकिंग देखो, आप US न्यूज देखो, तो उनमें से एक कॉलेज में हमारी ये स्टूडेंट का एडमिशन हुआ है. एज आई स्पीक टू यू, ये इसी फॉल अगस्त में जा रही है कॉर्नेल यूनिवर्सिटी स्कूल ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग. इसका SAT में 1570 का स्कोर आया था. अगेन a very high score. We have another student Ishan who have got this score this year 1570. अभी जो मार्च में SAT हुआ था. Let's hope वो भी एक Ivy League क्रैक करेगा. So this is Kavya Jairaman for you. This is Samarth Jain. हम ग्लोबलाइजर हमारे एसोसिएट्स हैं, हम उनके साथ काम करते हैं. So Samarth Jain, another Ivy League admit, UPenn में पढ़ रहा है ये बच्चा, MNT प्रोग्राम में है. अभी अपने 3rd ईयर में आएगा. फॉल 21 में गया था ये with 100% scholarship. These are some of our SAT scores and students who have got these scores. So you see that complete top row is occupied by students with more than 1500 scores on SAT, and then there are a lot of other students. So हम कुछ बच्चों को यहाँ लेके आ पाए हैं. Since we started, हमने एक बच्चे से चालू किया था आज से 7 साल पहले. Now we do students in 3 figures, and students make us proud. They get into all sorts of universities: Cornell, Harvard, Virginia Tech, Canada, Waterloo. आप देखेंगे वरुण सेन top 3 University of Canada में नाम आता है इसका. Aryan Hebelkar, UCL, University College London. So computer science or mechanical, automobile, agriculture, film and technology, management information systems, biological engineering. So there are so many streams that students go into across the globe. ये हमारे admits हैं. I think this is the time where I can hand it over back to Anubhav sir to take us through towards the last part of this presentation. Sir, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Manish ji. Thank you very much. So now I'll share my screen and take it forward. So this is where Manish ji. So, I would like to, talk about that Ivy League admit of Kavya. Well, that was, 2 saal lage. We worked with the student. She was part of our integrated program. So she was an Avalon student. Then she joined us. She left that school and became an integrated student. We at UT have our own junior college. And with that infrastructure, we worked dedicatedly. Obviously, the student also worked she made sure that she built her profile. Jaise hum advise kar rahe the, AP, all of that she did. But then with the right strategy, we were able to crack the Cornell admission. So that was something we feel very proud about. Now we've answered जो पहले मैंने चालू करा कि how, when, what, ये तीनों question अपन ने answer करे. Now we are looking at the last question, where. So let's move ahead in this. Where study abroad को मैं अब answer करूँगा. Where primarily, what are the factors to decide which university, which country? I am listing 6 factors. पहला सबसे पहला language, second college rankings, third your academic scores, fourth क्या costs आती है, fifth आप पढ़ना क्या चाहते हैं, and finally there could be these. So ये 6 factor के ऊपर से decide होता है which university and which country will you decide. तो सबसे पहले the moment you say English speaking countries अगर आप prefer करते हो, then your countries get limited to these countries: US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, Dubai, Ireland. Now, if you are wanting to go to English speaking countries, but there are students who want that, they say they are willing to go to Germany. So there you have to acquire German competence. People who are willing to go to Netherlands, people who are willing to go to France, but then you have to acquire non-English competence, एक और language competence लेनी पड़ेगी, तब जाके आप वहां पे उस कंट्री में सक्सेसफुल हो पाओगे. So that something which are you looking to acquire? तो फिर आपका डिसाइड होएगा आपकी कौन सी कंट्री. So that is one factor. So इधर यूएसए को क्यों हमने हाईलाइट कर रखा है? Now college rankings. Now अभी आएगा college rankings पे. College rankings, there are these various agencies, QS and US News, जो ये publish करती हैं. And they help in shortlisting the universities country wise, जो मैं अभी एक दिखाऊंगा आपको, and major wise कि कंप्यूटर साइंस में कौन सी अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी है, मैकेनिकल में कौन सी अच्छी, ऑटोमोबाइल में कौन सी अच्छी, ऐसे अलग अलग सेक्टर्स में भी वो लोग यूनिवर्सिटीज के नाम रैंक करते हैं. तो अगर आप देखेंगे a short summary, this is something which is explaining you top 100 यूनिवर्सिटीज को हमने लिया है and we classified them country wise. So अगर आप इसके अंदर देखेंगे, US has in the top 25 13 rankings, in 26 to 55 universities, in 51 to 113, making it a total of 31 in the top 100. So US is obviously the #1 choice. That's why it was highlighted. UK is the next one, which has about 16 universities in the top 100. And then these are the remaining ones, which are Australia, Hong Kong, Canada, Singapore, New Zealand, and Ireland. Singapore is an option जहां पे ये दो यूनिवर्सिटी सिंगापुर की are in the top 1 to 25 of the world. So that is also an option. अब ये सब depend करेगा कि आपकी क्या choices हैं, आपके क्या scores हैं. So this is one factor which helps you to decide which country you are wanting to go. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So these are some top 10 universities of the world. First is MIT, second is Stanford in US, third is Harvard again in US, fourth is Caltech, fifth is Oxford in UK, Cambridge again in UK, then is Zurich University in Switzerland, then Imperial College London, University of Chicago, and UCL. Our students have gone to UCL. Aryan Hebelkar went to UCL UK. Then you have NUS Singapore, Nanyang Singapore, Princeton US, Cornell US. Kavya has got into this Cornell University, Yale US, Columbia US. I'm not able to pronounce this, but I think T is silent. Tsinghua University, China, University of Edinburgh, UK, UPenn US. Our student has gone here, and UMich US. So these are all the top 20 sample universities which you are looking at. Now, एक rough idea कि score and college ranking का क्या relation है, correlation, एक thumb rule जैसा idea है. So if you want to get in the top 25 of the world, you're looking to get a 1500 plus on an SAT and a school GPA of 4. That means 9th, 10th, 11th, a cumulative percentage of 95% plus Indian terms. If you get that kind of thing, then your chances of in a top 25 become pretty high. Top 50, 1400 plus and 3.8, top 100, 1200 plus and 3.5, top 200, 1000 and 3 plus. So like this, you can get into university. So this is the third factor. कि भाई आपके scores के हिसाब से कैसे college rankings matter करती है. ये सारी PPT will be sent out to you on WhatsApp. लेकिन अगर आपको कुछ questions है तो make a note of it. When me and Manish just finish this, another 2 minutes, I finish this, and then you can ask us questions on this. Now, this is the next important section जो लोग बाग पूछते हैं. What is the total cost? What is the cost that I'm going to incur for 4 years? Well, the cost which you're going to incur on 4 years, I have divided into 3 buckets: economical, mid-range, and premium. Mind you, this is not a function of quality. कि economical है तो बहुत high quality है या premium है तो बहुत high quality है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. You have high ranked university and low ranked university in all the 3 buckets. But economical में आप मोटा मोटी खर्चा मान के चलिए that you would end up spending about 15 to 25 lakh rupees per year, and this cost include everything: रहना, खाना, पीना, आना, जाना, everything. This is a bulk number and an estimate. So that 4 years you will end up spending 60 to 1 CR. Mid-range, you will end up spending 25 to 40 lakh rupees, about 1 to 1.6 CR in over a period of 4 years. In premium universities, you will end up spending 40 to 60 lakh rupees per year. That is approximately 1.6 to 2.4 CR over a period of 4 years. You can keep questions, and इसमें मैं generally parents को, बच्चों को कहता हूँ, sorry, मैं बच्चों को कहता हूँ, sorry, my computer is just taking time. मैंने ना उसकी presentation को बंद कर दिया. Let me share it again with you.
You want me to share something?
I think the computer has 8 seconds, sir. I think it will just take a minute. The computer has become no, till the computer comes up, just give me a minute. It's just coming up. It's just coming up again. So this is the cost thing which I was talking about: economical, mid-range, and premium. So these are the range. So what I was trying to really say at this point of time is, generally agar aapka budget around this hai, about approximately 1 CR hai, so I tell parents, अच्छा काम हो जाता है. There is no issue. We can do very good work. And have our students got scholarships? Yes, our students have got very good scholarships. Ab scholarships कैसी हैं? So let's talk about scholarships. Scholarships दो तरह की. At the time of application, which is on merit or need-based scholarships, about few students get it. Not everybody gets it. Like a student right now, and he was not somebody who would be, I would say, कोई बहुत academically brilliant boy है, उसी को मिलती है? नहीं, not really. I have a student who's been an average student. He got a $21,000 scholarship per year. A $21,000 scholarship is approximately 10 lakh rupees per year. नहीं, ज़्यादा बल्कि, what did I say? It's 21 is 17-18 lakh rupees per year. इतनी बड़ी scholarship मिली है from Michigan State University. So does this happen every year? Yes, it happens every year. बच्चों को मिलती है, that really depends upon their profile. And do they need to be academically brilliant for that? Not necessarily. So merit scholarships मिलती है, but कम मिलती है. But maximum क्या मिलती है? After joining campus, you become a TA, RA, teaching assistant, research assistant, or a laboratory assistant, and you get paid stipend. ये करीब almost सब बच्चों को मिलती है. 80% students get this scholarship. तो जो बच्चे यहां से scholarship लेके नहीं जाते हैं, I have seen हमारे जितने UT के बच्चे हैं, almost everybody is on a scholarship from second year onwards. So this is the scenario. So इसकी वजह से मैं पेरेंट्स को कहता हूं कि वो जो मेरी प्रीवियस स्लाइड थी कॉस्ट की, उसमें अगर अनुभव सर 1 CR का खर्चा बोल रहे हैं, कई पेरेंट्स अरे अनुभव सर ने 1 CR बोला है तो होते होते करीब 1.25-1.5 CR खर्चा लग जाएगा. नहीं पेरेंट्स, इनफैक्ट take my word for it, you will end up spending 60-70 lakhs only instead of 1 CR, क्योंकि बच्चों को scholarships मिलती हैं और वो काफी commonly मिलती हैं scholarships. The students do well. So that's about the scholarships. Are education loans available? Yes, education loans are available, easily available. Loan is in the name of the student against a mortgage. अपना 2 BHK 3 BHK flats के against मिलता है. तो जैसे अभी खारगर में a 2 BHK 3 BHK flat costs more than 1 CR. Against a 1 CR flat, you can get 80 lakh rupees of loan. Very easy. Parent act as a guarantor. Flexible repayment terms. First payment happens after 6 years. तो बच्चे को वो लोन चुकाना है, not the parents. General tenure is 15 to 20 years. Available at interest rates as low as 7 to 8%. There are other factors जो मैंने डिस्कस नहीं करे. मैंने 5 फैक्टर्स डिस्कस करे, कुछ फैक्टर्स मैंने डिस्कस नहीं करे. जैसे there are 5,000 universities. Factors like weather, आपकी पर्सनल चॉइसेस, आपका क्या मेजर है, वो सबके ऊपर तो निर्भर करेगा कि आप क्या लेना चाहते हो. So there are students who would like to go to Germany, there are students who would like to go to US. उनके मामा बुआ US में रहते हैं या कनाडा में रहते हैं. That's why they prefer a country. So we help you to decide which country you can go. So इसमें एप्लीकेशन सपोर्ट में हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से आपको एक मिक्स बना के देते हैं, which helps you to decide where you would like to. So like this, we have now covered all those 4 questions we started with. We started with when, how, what, where. So we've covered these questions. Manish ji covered plan B कि आप 11th में जल्दी चालू कर लो तो वो plan B बन जाता है. So overall benefits of the UT's SAT program, UT has made it very easy to combine SAT at all levels, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. आप जहां बोलोगे वहां पे combine कर सकते हैं. UT has been a school leader since 24 years. You can combine with other entrance exams also. कि आप IIT की तैयारी कर रहे हो तब भी आप SAT कर सकते हो, आप IPM की तैयारी कर रहे हो या CA की तैयारी कर रहे हो तो भी आप SAT साथ में कर सकते हो. A good alternate option in the present scenario. But इस process को थोड़ा सा जल्दी चालू करना. Now, we started, I think, with lots of questions. What, where, how, when. I hope we've answered these questions. और अभी भी नहीं आंसर करें तो we have a website, UT Aspire website, a dedicated website, which is www.utaspire.in. इस पे जाएं and you can get a lot of answers to these questions. और फिर भी अगर आंसर्स नहीं है Like you may have questions on TOEFL or subject SAT or AP exams or Germany, something on Europe, UK, पता नहीं इतने कुछ और कोई questions हो सकते हैं medical के ऊपर, job scenario ये और वो. Then please take an individual appointment with Surjit को call करिए, मैं और Manish sir will be available to meet and decide and help you, and हम आपकी help करेंगे in answering your questions. So you can call up Surjit ma'am at 9888-199-826. That's her WhatsApp number as well as her number utnmsurjit@gmail.com. So you can call her up and then take an appointment, and me and Manish will be more than happy to help you individually. Now, if you want to do a career profile assessment, you can do that also. तो उसमें भी आपको सुरजीत मैम को कॉल करना है, and then you can do a profile assessment. Now we are done. Now before I open the house for question answers, अगर आपको इसकी PDF चाहिए, you want the PPT की PDF, एक नंबर है 7710004690. I repeat 7710004690. इस पे एक WhatsApp पे हाई भेजिए. We will be sending you a PDF of today's PPT.
Please do give us feedback. There's a feedback link in the chat box. It will help us improve webinar experience, and it will also help us connect with you in case you need more assistance. So we are open for questions now. आपके अगर कुछ questions हैं, तो we will request that you unmute and ask your question. We can talk about it. Unmute करें और अपने सवाल पूछें. Please repeat the number for PDF. सर एक बार वो PDF वाला नंबर फिर से दिखाना है. तो आप unmute करें and ask your question. We'll help you out with study abroad, any questions you may have.
Hello, sir. This is Suchita Dalvi speaking.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, my question is with regards to the IB board, because you have mentioned in one slide the IB board. So my understanding is IB board directly we can get admission to the university which they are actually linked with. So is it how is it difference between the tutorial you have just now explained? And basic question is through IB board can we get direct admission to abroad universities?
I'll request Anubhav sir to respond to that. Thank you, madam, for asking this. Sir, please.
Ma'am, okay. IB board is International Baccalaureate, उसका full form है. So it does not give you, first, ये आपका wrong perception है. It does not give you a direct admission. There is nothing called as direct admission. आपको जो merit universities हैं, उनमें आपको application लगानी ही पड़ती है. Application matlab you have to tell them, look, I am Anubhav Sinhal. I have done this in my 9th, I've done this in my 10th, I've done this in my 11th. These are my subjects in 11th and 12th, and मैं आपके यहाँ पे mechanical engineering पढ़ने आना चाहता हूँ, humanities पढ़ने आना चाहता हूँ, and please grant me admission. So that is the process of application. So if you've done IB board, does not guarantee you a direct admit. There are about 5,000 universities. There are IB board schools all over the world, and it is IB board is treated at par with CBSE or with ICSE. The advantage in IB board is you have already aligned your study methods to your methods which are in the US or in the UK in the university system. So आपके methods वैसे हो जाते हैं, but will you get a direct admit? Answer is no. आपको अप्लाई तो जैसे एक CBSE या ICSE के बच्चे को करना है वैसे ही अप्लाई करना है.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the explanation.
Any other questions? Right. So we also have Mrs. Surjit's number in case you want to know more about our program. We'll flash it on the screen. You can talk to her for program proposal. And if you want one-on-one counseling, where you want us to discuss your case, we will be happy to do that. So our number is 9881-99826. You can call her up. She'll help you with program proposals and appointments with us. Right. Thank you so much for joining in today.